Can you imagine sending the same link to two different people and they both see different content on that web page? It's called smart content, and I'll show you how to use it in HubSpot. Welcome to HubSpot Tips and Tricks. I'm Jasna from Actuado, and today I'll explain how can you personalize content in HubSpot using smart content. What is smart content? These are content modules that are displayed depending on who is viewing the content. You can create multiple versions of the content for different audiences based on their life cycle stage, list membership, and more. Imagine someone who attended your event last week. You can add relevant information to the first paragraph of the web page that will only be seen by attendees of your event because they are on a list. Or imagine that visitors from certain countries will see the products that are relevant to their country. They don't have to be contacts in your HubSpot CRM yet, because the country is determined by the IP address. What smart rules can you base your categories on? Ad source. If you have added the UTM parameters to your ads, which is something that you probably do, you can show users the content that's relevant to the ad they clicked on. Country. I already mentioned this. It's relevant if you offer products or services for a specific country. Device type. You can show different content if your visitors are on mobile, for example. Think of what content is most relevant to a user on a mobile. Maybe it's working hours or directions to the store, and then offer that content in a prominent location, for example, on the top of the page. Referral source. This allows you to personalize content based on whether visitors found you organically, clicked on the link in an email, came from one of the social media platforms, or perhaps were referred to your website from a specific domain. Preferred language. You can also personalize the content based on the language the visitor has set in their web browser. The next two options apply only to tracked contacts. Contact list membership displays different content to visitors who are members of a specific HubSpot list. This gives you a variety of opportunities, as you can build the list based on several properties of the contacts or companies you have in your HubSpot CRM. And also lifecycle stage. It displays different content based on a visitor's lifecycle stage property value. Is it an unknown visitor, or perhaps a lead, a marketing qualified lead, a sales qualified lead, or even a customer? They have very different needs at each stage, and you can help them get the content they want and need by personalizing it. And then there's the query parameter. It displays content based on the query parameters in the URL that the visitor clicked on. What happens when a visitor matches multiple rules? They will see the content of the rule that applies first. But it's not just on the website, landing pages, and blogs. You can also display smart content in emails. You can add a smart rule to a subject line or a module. You go to the settings tab of an email and click Add Smart Rule in the subject line section. When you add a smart rule to your content, you create multiple versions for different audiences based on either their list membership or lifecycle stage. You can do the same with the content elements in the email. This way, for example, you can show more advanced content to visitors who have attended a trade show or your product launch, while showing the basic content to visitors who are not as familiar with your new product. What are the ways you use the smart content feature in HubSpot? Let us know. Do you have any questions? Let me know in the comments or send an email to hubspot@actuado.com. Like, subscribe, and share our videos.